Welcome to Studio One Live. I'm herudaguru, and this is Rude Radio.
I know every town the same, every place I go. People telling stories about the on you. You can play it smart or just be a damn fool. Every town the same, every place I go. People telling stories about the block and how it's gone. Every choice you make leave consequences on you. You can play it smart or just be a damn fool. Or just be a damn fool. I know, I know.
We will roast your program. And all YouTubers and content creators alike. Kong TV.
Ooh, you know what?
What that?
I found a map that I gotta write down these words.
The first map you should really see like 1515.
No.
1509. Huh?
I ain't trying to necessarily find the first one. But this one here, 1584 edition to 1609 edition, right?
Yeah, you need to find the first one though.
First separately printed map of Florida. My people in Florida. I got people in Panhandle, all that. That's one of the reasons why I concentrate on Florida. But,
Oh, you like me? Okay. Concentrate on your state. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my mom, I said, Mom, we got to go to Georgia, Alabama. We're going to go to some county records. We searching for some, lineage and you know, where they come from, really. But
Okay.
I'm gonna write down these cities and towns and castles, like that's all in Florida.
What part of Florida?
Oh,
You in the Panhandle? So what? You in like the Jacksonville Panhandle?
no, I'm in Jacksonville, but my family is from Quincy, Gretna, Tallahassee.
Oh, farther on down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Shit, Jacksonville ain't number 3 hours from me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You right.
Yeah.
I'm in Georgia somewhere.
No, I'm at the bottom of South Carolina next to Beaufort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I take 95, man. I take 95. I'll be there in 3 hours. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm coming through there next weekend. Sure is. Because I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Florida.
What part of Florida you going to?
Miami. I'm going to kick it with my pops out there in Miami for about a week. You know what I mean? About a week and shit.
I know you're hurricanes, man. So go Hurricanes. I know the Hurricane thing.
So I'm
that's
going
like an Indian name right here.
now see, it's the thing. Now, once you get to Florida, once you get to let's see, Beaufort. Once you get like the Beaufort and past Beaufort, dog, that's all you gonna see. Nothing but American Indian town names. Pocatalico. You know what I mean? You gonna start seeing shit like that.
Karalashi. That might be French. Karalashi. I was writing down these cities because they act like this bitch was booming with all kind of people.
It is, cuz. And let me tell you now, and don't think that all over. And listen, the first people that they was bringing, but they try to rewrite, they try to write out of history, was they own, well, not their own people, but they own, it was the Slavs. How about that?
A Chusi. You ever heard of Chusi?
Yeah, AYCUSA.
It's ACHUSI, but you know they'll spell it different depending on.
Yeah, I seen it.
Right in the Gulf, along the Mississippi somewhere. Chiaga with a Q, Q-U-I-G-A-T-A. I'm researching.
So the Q is interchangeable with a C or a K. Cause I seen a tribe named Uncle is probably with a C, and then when I look at the alternate spelling, it was in a Q. Go ahead.
Now, some of these names I'm writing down in this map. You mind if I share my screen? Can you do that?
Oh yeah, I can share it real quick while I'm on the way to the crib. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Cause I I'm finna I gotta do some research on these
Yeah, I fuck with maps.
these cities because they're interested in me.
Just keep your eye out on your channel, man. Hopefully your channel will alert you when you get comments and shit on your posters and shit. When somebody comment on something that you post, hopefully it'll alert you. Should alert you like a YouTube video does, you know what I mean? Like a subscription shit.
But I see it.
No, I ain't see it yet. Let me see. Now I do. I bet. Here we go.
This the one I want to look at right here. This one here. I mean, that's a few on, but this one, this is the first one I seen this many cities on it.
And you talk about 1500s, huh?
Yeah, this map here is the 1584 to 1609 edition.
Okay. So 1584 to 1609. So you talking about goddamn less than 20 years. So you talking about like what? Fucking 13 years?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. I mean 15 years?
Mm-hmm.
You say 15. What you say? 1584 to 1609?
1584, yup, 1609, yup.
Okay, alright. So that would be
27,
25, yeah, 25. Okay. Alright, bet. Alright, so 25 years span, you mean to tell me they got all that they done built?
I know.
While they getting raided by the fucking Pirates of the Caribbeans. The Pirates of the Caribbean been raiding shit, controlling the Caribbean since 15, since it was the privateers first, then it turned into the pirates, and they really started getting real aggressive by the 1700s. They got real aggressive. So this is crazy right here. I like this shit.
Now I know these are like Guatemala.
Oh, they got all the rivers too.
Latina. Yeah. Rio Escondido.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just write down some of these names and just see.
Yeah, okay, so boom. Remember I told you now. That's all the map should show you. Remember I tell you that? That map shouldn't show you no farther up than motherfucking South Carolina, then with Georgia, halfway of Georgia. Until after the goddamn, like, I think those maps probably didn't come out till after the 1600s. And the full map of the whole United States probably didn't come out till like fucking 17, 18 fucking hundreds.
Yeah. This one a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got the Appalachian. They got the Appalachian here.
Yeah, the Appalachia always in there. That motherfucker run on straight on up.
See, they called it Francisca before the Balboa and all that. They taught it John Balboa and all them came
What year is this?
15, let me go to 1562 to 1567.
Okay, so 1562. So I do got a map. That map that I told you got that wall pattern on it.
Mm-hmm.
That map has the French in Alabama, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all throughout that coast right there, in between that coast. And then you will see French refugees in what is today like Savannah. They by the Savannah River in Georgia. But it was all called Carolina. I seen that. So that's probably why this will have
the French name.
Yeah.
I got you. All this got Mexico town. Like
that's all in Mexico, right? That's all in Mexico where you right now, right?
Yeah, they been all up in Mexico.
Yeah.
That's Nova, the New Spain.
New Spain, yeah.
Damn, these people must let them kind of come in easy. They just came in and Cause why they came all so good, but they ain't coming in America like that.
They couldn't. It was totally different type of Indians.
Yeah, it sure was. They like,
Yeah,
nah,
400 years, dog. 400 years, dog, of wars. From the time them some bitches touched Florida and the time them some bitches touched goddamn New York, Boston, those areas right there. Delaware and all that. It been on and popping, goddamn. Just the ones up there that came up there. These pilgrims and these goddamn people like that. It's just that when they came on some peace and friendship shit. Until they got enough that they needed to know. So your boy was Squanto, your teaching ass homeboy Squanto, you know what I mean, taught them boy how to goddamn grow every goddamn thing. The crazy shit is they say he went to fucking England and Europe and was there for a couple of years and he came back. He could have speak their language real good.
I didn't know that shit was called Francia though. I need to know why the fuck they was calling it Francisco.
Cause the France was running. They was winning. They was winning like that.
Yeah,
that's why. Remember I told you about the maps.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So even though they could have Spanish names, the French could be over them, or they could have done married in a French and a Spanish lineage together.
Look at this.
So when you look at the map, everything that they got depicted over here, and they got these names, you got to go back to over there and see what's going on in that time over there. Because the whole time that these motherfuckers supposed to be doing all this slave trade, these motherfuckers been in heavily war with each other over there in the Mediterranean and on land, cause even in the Indian Ocean shit. Heavy warfare, cause the Spanish lost their grip. Spanish was a powerhouse, but they lost their fucking grip when they lost the Armada.
Yeah.
That was the rap. That was the rap for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the rap for them. And the reason why they lost that war, that motherfucking ship crashed. The ship that was supposed to, the merchant ship that was supposed to bring the gold from fucking the islands, that supposed to go back to America, back to Europe, that motherfucker crashed, and all the gold ended up on the goddamn bottom of the Florida coast. So now your privateers was out of work at the time. They didn't need them no more. The Spanish didn't need them no more because they was the powerhouse. These motherfuckers say, well, okay, we'll bet, fuck it. We going to find this goddamn gold.
I gotta look at a current map because they got this big old ass river right between Florida and South Carolina, almost like it's a goddamn Mississippi, all the way up to Appalachia.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the Mississippi though.
No, I know it's not the Mississippi, but
it will tie into it probably, but that's not the that.
No,
yeah, I know that will.
But right here, that river ain't here today.
Yeah, but you
see this big gap right here?
Oh yeah, definitely. But it is. It's just smaller. It's still there.
It's super small. That's why I gotta look at it.
They just show it smaller on the maps. No, these rivers are big because you come down 95, you see these shit. These motherfucking big waterways, dog. I can take the water from where I'm at and get to you.
Yeah.
And stay in the water, and that's just river. I ain't even got to go in the ocean. I can take rivers to you.
Yeah. I don't know, boy. That
Nothing goddamn swampland. From me to you, cuz ain't nothing but swampland.
Yeah.
On the coast ain't nothing but swampland.
But it was
the high you go inland, you get high.
They referring to, but I don't see that no more.
Same
I
hell.
don't even see a waterway for that. Oh, maybe it's talking about this right here.
What is that? That's Ghana. What is that? What is that? That Guna? That's all I can see. What is that?
What you looking at?
That's Ghana. Is that Ghana?
Gunao or something. Gunao. one of the islands off the East Coast.
You know,
I think I know what this waterway is.
Savannah?
Nah, it's you know where Paris Island, Hilton Head Island.
Yeah, that's Buford. Hilton Head, yeah.
It's a big old waterway that cut right through it. Laurel Bay, Fort Royal.
Okay, yeah, that's where they got that. Okay, that's where they got the Harriet Tubman Bridge and all that.
To me that looked like where that waterway at. This little waterway right here.
That looked a little farther down to me, because that would be Georgia.
Yeah, well then this part
That
right
would be Georgia. That would be Georgia today. Actually, that would be Jacksonville, Florida, and going into Georgia. The bottom part of Georgia would be what? Kingsland, would be Kingsland, Kings Bay or whatever like that, and coming out of Jacksonville, and then coming on up.
So what they trying to say is this part of Georgia was underwater then.
All swampland. Charleston was underwater, bro.
That's interesting.
Yeah, from Georgetown all the way to you, damn near where rice was growing.
Look, even
I
on
know
this map.
for sure it went from Georgetown to Buford. Now once it got there, I stopped. So I didn't trace it no more, but I stopped. But that wild rice was growing.
Even on this map, there's a big old waterway gap. I may want to look at more of this shit.
It should have had the name of it. It should have the name of that waterway, dog.
It don't. Oh, that's why I'm looking at all these different maps to try to see if it's pop up.
Nah, that shit should be written on the side, cause they give a name for everything. They put a name on shit they sell. That's their marking points.
Yeah.
So
Got no one on this. Hold on, we're going to all of them. See what this is saying. I'm curious. I'm like, what is that? Now that waterway is a little bit. Oh, now you can see both of the rivers now a little bit. This one here.
Cause you go a little farther up, you will see the Savannah. Right above that, you should start getting into the Savannah and then the Ogeechee rivers going into South Carolina.
Chiaga, Appalachia.
Yeah, that's inland.
That's waterway. And it almost go to a city right here. Huh. Yeah, they were getting down in Florida, boy. Florida was a major little spot.
Listen, if these motherfuckers would have never learned the waterway, it would definitely no colonizing. But because of the waterway, these motherfuckers know, like, oh no, it ain't no way we can ever colonize this whole motherfucker. We just need to set up where we set up at and be happy with that. That's why you see most of the names on the coast is named after them. And when you get inland, you will see a bunch of regular tribe names. So you ask yourself, why is that? It's because they never touched those parts. They might have came in, but they never could have no stronghold or nothing like that.
All these islands right here, man, still got their name.
Florida Keys, Cuba, Bahamas, Florida Keys.
Look at that man, a little Cuba.
Yeah, you got the Florida Keys right there.
Yeah. But now this waterway is closed up now. This waterway is closed up. It still got this little bay here.
What year is this map?
This one is 1604.
Yeah. And you notice they still ain't got all of South America yet. Or all of Mexico. Or how much of Mexico they got? How much of South America they got?
Oh, they got a little bit of South America.
Oh, so they done explore all of it by then.
Yeah. And they got
I know the Portuguese was over there. Yeah, the Portuguese was over there in Brazil.
Ain't no way these towns.
Yeah, those would be all Portuguese right there. Yo, they had a stronghold over there on that side.
Yeah, but
All that right there would be Spanish, Portuguese, French, English, British. All the shit they be mixed up. Yeah, up in there, all the shit they be mixed up.
all I can say
What's going on, family? Oh shit, I ain't even see Jews.
There ain't no
You
Spanish
know what I
name.
mean? Yeah, God, I ain't even see y'all boys roll up in there. Juice, Ron, Flat Power, Chris, what's going on,
You know
man?
that though, OTK?
What's that, family?
I gotta look up the Spanish history of their words, because I don't think they got no word that start with X.
Oh, a short guide to Guatemalan Spanish. Oh, let me see what they got here. 11 phonetics grammar. It's not what I was looking at, but I just love their little map here on their page. This is beautiful. But anyway, 22 Guatemalan sayings. Chanel, Bushinji. I seen some of them. These supposed to be Mayan words that start with the X. Ooh, this is a lot of research. Do I want to go down this rabbit hole?
I'm not sure.
No.
I'll look that up.
No.
Because I know that's a Guatemalan. Like in Guatemala, they totally different looking people.
That's just say Nova Grande. You see that shit?
No, I know that, but I was just
Yeah.
Nova
Yeah,
Grande.
but yeah, go up some. Go up some. Keep on going. You damn near in Texas.
Nova Granada. That's Spain. You know, Granada was.
Yeah, but what? Go ahead, scroll on out. Oh, what's the whole name of that place? What's the whole name? What they got? America, and then what they got it right there? America what?
September Tirona or something. Septentrio.
Okay, so that is September. Oh, what did it say? Let me see that word. Hold up. No, September is September. Let me see that word.
Septentrio. I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah.
Centennial. That's a century. Mm-hmm. Centennial is century.
Hold on. You see this? This Latin. Is this Latin?
Let me see, I can't.
You know what? I'm gonna
Translate it. I'm
gonna use my Google Lens.
Yeah, you can go to translation too. You should right click on it. If you right click on it, you should be able to go to translate.
No, it's a picture in it though. You right click Google Lens with the right click.
Yeah, put your mouse on that and then right click it. Yeah. And it should pull up for you. What is that? What is it? Translated? It translated it for you. What it say?
Yeah. It says something about Euterius septentrion benefice America is unknown, although from the transfumes rely, and it said Ania of Davis much something. It didn't give us nothing though.
Okay, yeah, it gave you a lot. It say America, all of America is unknown.
Well, I understand.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. But see, other people don't know that. That's a lot right there. Other people don't know that.
I got you.
Other people don't know that. So that right there will kill a narrative about they knew what America was.
What is this with these white people?
Fucking America was. They might have been looking for Preston John Gould or whatever like that, but they didn't know it was gonna bring their ass to no fucking America, and they didn't stumble upon it. You know what I mean? A fucking storm brought their ass here.
Now look at what you see what this say?
Yeah.
You see this say?
That current to bring your ass here now. What is it?
Hold on. I don't know what they mean by this. I just trying
Negro?
No, Navicular, Florida one. It said the bolts of the Floridians.
Yeah, native.
Are exhibited by fire.
Yeah, native, goddamn Floridians.
Are they? But I wonder if they mean Spanish Floridians or the original Floridians.
No, that wouldn't be Spanish dressed like that. There wouldn't be no fucking yeah, yeah. They motherfuckers ain't know how to think no more. No, when you see a canoe, bro, that's us.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is another rare map of the Florida. I'm concentrating on Florida. My people is from Florida. Wanted to know if we was just originally some type of people from Florida and not slaves from Africa. But I wanted to look at this little phrase right here. I'm gonna do the Google lens and see what that says here. Mosquitoes are the most skillful fishing people in all of America. Wow. French to English. So this is the French letting us know in what year this was. published in 1718. But this is a map though, 1562 map. 1629. So what map is this one here? That was good. 7 between 70. Okay. 1705. But that's interesting. In 1705, there was a people called the Mosquitoes that lived there, or the Mesquites, before it was colonized. So could I be, or the families of some of the Floridians be of the Mesquites or the Mosquitoes? And it's funny that, mosquitoes. Why did they call those insects mosquitoes? We know those insects were abundant in Florida, but was it because they just named it after the people there too? Because they were like, they were surprised how they could live and not be affected by the mosquitoes. I think that probably is a research angle that needs to be addressed. Where did the name mosquito come from, as far as the mosquito insect? And we'll check that out. But I like this. Let's do a quick Google search. First use of the word mosquito. Alright, MDAMaryland.gov. I think that's a respectable place of looking. Department of Agriculture. The Spanish called the mosquitoes mosquitas, and the native Hispanic Americans called them zancudos. Mosquito is a Spanish or Portuguese word meaning little fly, while zancudos, a Spanish word, means long-legged. The use of the word mosquito is apparently of North American origin that dates back about, and it just goes on. Root etymology. This was a post-Columbian borrowing from the Spanish mosquito, composed of mosca, from the Latin musca. Musca means fly. Plus ito, the Spanish diminutive suffix. Oh, see this, they just made this word up. Mosquito is a brand new word. Wasn't invented until they saw these terrible little flies, they called them zancudos. But they said, well, musca means fly, and we're gonna put that little on it, the diminutive suffix mosquito. So that's how it got there. It's new, okay? It's new. But there is a people named Mosquito or Zancudos, because they're gonna name them after these little flies. Got it. Called Mosquito Indians before Columbus here in Florida. Have you heard of Mosquito County in Florida? It's probably not on your map. Where does this name Mosquito originate? was the history of Mosquito County, Florida. According to state records, Mosquito County was created by a territorial legislative council in 1824, stretching around 11,400 square miles across the region. The county occupied the space that would much later end up becoming the Brevard, Indian River, Lake, Martin, Orange, Osceola, Palm Beach, Polk, Seminole. Article at clickorlando.com. Have you heard of Mosquito County in Florida? It's probably not on your map. Mosquito County was created in the early 1800s, well before Florida even became a state. Record 1824. There's a map of Mosquito County. With mosquitoes been common in region, Spanish spelled up the local order Barra de Mosquitoes during the 1500s, which ended up being the namesake for the area. County residents didn't take too well to the name though, so the legislature decided to rename it in 1812 to Reed County, based on a long-time member of the legislature. Reed had died the year prior after being ambushed and shot by friends of another man whom he previously killed in a duel. Despite both houses of the legislature going for the name change act, the clerk responsible for taking it to the governor failed to do so before the end of the legislature session, the name stuck around. Columbia, Duval, Leon. What year is this map? Oh, 1814 map of Florida drawn an expectation of mosquito government in Reed County. Lee Reed. I got a little handwritten note in there. Yeah, go to there. Go to clickorlando.com to read that for.
Oh, this is the first time I seen Mexican's name though. Seen his Mexican.
Put after the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. That's the first time I seen it called that though. Like that's the first notice of the word Mexican to me.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that word Mexican appear no earlier than this day here.
Yeah, I think that old map I got.
I remember you asked me that question one time on your show. You were like, "What's a Mexican to you?"
Yeah, I actually, when did you hear the first time you heard the name Mexico?
It's cool. Cool, yeah. I see it. It's the first time I see it on this map, though. Thing is Mexicanus. But this to me proves. See,
Algebraic meaning unknown quality. Alright, give me a second, Ron. I need to get on the goddamn.
Walla Chin and Walla Chichi. They can't translate this. Walla Chin and Walla Chichi. They can't translate this. Walla Chin and Walla Chichi. They can't translate this. So these are original names of this land.
Exactly.
Xuala Chin and Xuaquili.
But the X will be silent.
In Guatemala, it's Zalazu or Zala, like almost a Z sound.
Yeah. So the X, that's why I thought the X and the Z would kind of make the same sound. Like xylophone, XY, it makes the Z sound. That's why I think that
That's exactly how
X.
Guatemala do it.
What?
This is herudaguru, aka soccer god. Soccer god. Guatemala, one of my favorite leagues to bet on, and one of my favorite teams. Communications. Malacatico. Zyla Zoo. Coban Imperial. Zina Bayul. Cotepeche. Cotepeche. Deportivo Achuapa. Municipal Antigua. Guastatoya. Zacapa. Deportivo Mico. Boy. Guatemala.
I did see Y replaced with I with the letter I.
Yeah, it depends on if it starts first or it's followed by a vowel too. That got something to do with it. But I know this from betting on Guatemala soccer because they got a team called Zyla Zoo and Zina Mayu, and they all both start with an X. It's pronounced Zina Mayu and Zyla Zoo.
So that means that's the original language mixed in with something else.
Yeah, because I got some Guatemala around here and they still speak their language native tongue. They said they were forced to speak. I think it was Portuguese or Spanish. I can't remember exactly. But they said they don't speak it. They speak their own native tongue. So a lot of times, some of the Spanish lady across the street, she be like, I don't understand them. I said, cause they Guatemala and they ain't speaking no Spanish. About to be on the bed, watching the bed. Oh, you still there, PK? His phone out of there.
No, I'm still here. I jumped on with another link so I can goddamn send the link out.
Cool beans, cool beans. Oh, the people trying to join it real quick. Oh, this is a even of stuff to look up. If y'all really want to find out who these people were before these folks got over here, I would suggest start researching some of these town names that they didn't name them all. Their words. They probably named them based on the sound that they were told. Hey, we live in this city. This is our city. And they wrote it down the best way they can write it down in their language. But it probably sounded nearly the same. Kid and Unibabali. I know they don't have that in both Spanish or even French. Unibabali? No, sir, bro. Oh, look that up. And Pautalifa. You might find some of your old tribes, in the Chiaga. This is the name of it called. Oh, that's Chiaga. That sounds too close to Chicago. It ain't nowhere near. It might be. Wait a minute. I know damn well that ain't Chicago. That's Chiaga.
Idea in your book, They Came Before Columbus.
The main idea in my book is to show that early America before the coming of Columbus, was a far more complex society than people imagined, and that it involved Africans. Africans came in here. They came in on several occasions. Sometimes these were accidents, sometimes they were on purpose, and that they had an influence, an actual impact, an influence upon the formation of certain American civilizations.
When we say pre-Columbus period, what are we talking about?
We're talking about long before 1492. It is absurd, and only fools can still believe that Columbus discovered the Americas in 1492. In fact, Columbus never even came to this continent. Columbus wandered about in the Caribbean islands just on the very edge of the great civilizations. Cortez came here in 1519, and he entered Mexico. And Mexico, when I speak of Mexico in this program, do not confuse it simply with the Mexico we know today. That was a center of a civilization that spread over a great part of this continent. That when Cortez entered, he had come out of the heart of Europe, and he said when he entered Native America, when he entered Mexico, and he saw the pyramids and the palaces and the floating gardens and the zoos and the aqueducts and the running baths, he says, I have not seen its like in Europe.
So the main idea in your book, you were dealing with that initially.
The main idea in my book is that there were visits to this continent from the old world, that there were visits to the Native Americans in this continent, and those visits included Africans. And two of the visits of Africans were major and significant, and they affected American civilization. And American civilization was far more complex, far more advanced than was formerly believed. Earth satellites a few months ago revealed that the Native Americans, long before the coming of Europeans, had the most intricate network of irrigation canals ever discovered in agriculture.
What would it be? We see this is Canada River. And that's kind of close to it. Man, I died laughing when they had Chicago on this map. What river is this? Is this Chicago?
If it's going up the Mississippi, it could be a possibility.
But look at it. It's spelled Chiaga. And it is.
Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap. That's Chiaga.
I understand.
It's close, so you're right. Hold on, I think somebody in here.
You.
Okay. Okay.
It is going straight up this Mississippi.
Okay, that was wrong. That's wrong from earlier. Okay. Okay.
Chicago sound like Indian.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Okay. To me, then it got to lean. It got to be from the Chiaga.
Okay. Let us clear up one thing before we go any further. In the book that came before Columbus, you used the terms Negro Nubian, Negro Egyptian. Why?
Well, that in some ways is unfortunate. I found it necessary to use the word Negro. I no longer use it. I'm now the editor of the Journal of African Civilizations, and I use the word Africoid for African types, skulls, etc. The reason why I was forced to use the word I had been trained in European anthropology and archaeology. All the books I had read used this term, not necessarily with the social implications which it has here.
Yeah, see, they came from Nubia and crossed this river and went to this lake and went on down to Negro land, which was Nigeria and West Africa, Zamfara, Baito, Dinga. See, this is how I know something, man, because why would they call this Zara Desert, then this is Negro land, and then this is Guinea, and this is Ethiopia? There must have been a distinction between these people. There must have been a distinction between these people. Hey.
They use this term to separate Africoid types of people from Caucasoids or Mongoloid types, Asiatic and European type. They use this term to separate Africoid types of people from Caucasoids or Mongoloid types, Asiatic and European type. They use this term to separate Africoid types of people from Caucasoids or Mongoloid types, Asiatic and European types. Also, it is a word that has entered neutrally, without any social significance, in the languages of many people who do not have the same kind of prejudices as people in the Anglo-American and some of the Western nations.
Y'all hear that, man? I told y'all, it's not a word that's bad. Negro, it's a type of black person. And he's basing it on the skull types and renamed it Africoids.
Who became colonial powers. Like in some languages in Europe, they use the term niger, simply meaning black, without any of those connotations. Furthermore,
I gotta figure out what their official language is. I forgot.
English? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Hold on.
Okay, Hausa, Tonga, Nigeria. The major languages include Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. Okay, that's what I know. That's what I do know. Igbo and Yoruba. I never heard of Hausa per se, but Igbo and Yoruba, we know from the Kemet. Alright, mother tongue based on Nigerian. Okay, that's good enough.
But I can't believe English is Nigeria's official language.
the problem lay in that the word black could not always be used, because if you spoke of a black god, it may not be an African. You can have a black god who is not an African. Tezcatlipoca, for example, is a Native American god who is black, but he's not African. But there is a god, Nawalpili, who is both black and African. He's not only black in a ritual or symbolic sense, but he has Africoid features. So that was the problem I faced, and I had to make those connections, because when people talked of Nubians, they didn't often realize they were talking about black people.
In the first few pages of They Came Before Columbus, you write about when Columbus himself heard about about Africans, the possibility of Africans having been here years before. What about that?
Yes, so Columbus is the first man to give historical witness and evidence of Africans in America before him. In his journals, in his letters, you have evidence of this.
It said here Columbus' his law said his third voyage was to test that the canoes off the west coast of Africa, New Guinea was found in America. One like, well, how did they get there? And so they went here. And
hyperbole. What are you reading? Zero proof. Pull up the Columbus diaries and let's see it.
Hey man, unless all the information is fake, then what can we say? But you can't go to columbuslandfall.com and look through some of this information. Ships, crew, log, and then you can do your research yourself.
He mentions that when he came back from his first voyage, he went to see the Portuguese. He didn't actually go there on purpose. A storm drew him into Lisbon, Portugal. He'd been sent out by the Spanish. The Portuguese invited him to the court, and there he learned from the Portuguese, who were moving across Africa, who had set up the first fort among Europeans in Africa, that African sailors had actually crossed over the Western Ocean and had found a land mass in the south. This was not what Columbus had found. Columbus found islands, which are now known as the Caribbean islands, but he had not gone onto a continental mass. The Africans had found the actual continental mass. And the Portuguese insisted that this continental mass in the south was 370 leagues, which is about 15 to 1600 miles away, according to whether you count a league as 4 or 4.5. There were differences in counting of a league, but it was about 1500 to 1600 miles away from Africa. And they pointed this out. And Columbus went back to Spain, and he insisted, because the Portuguese promised to help him, he insisted that they should draw a line across the world and that this line should be drawn 370 leagues away from the Cape Verde Islands across Africa, and that Spain would claim lands he had found on the other side, and if Portuguese found land within that line on the other side, they could claim it. And Brazil, which was visited by the Africans, was on the other side of the line. And this line was drawn in 1494. It was drawn up in June 1494, before any Europeans had come to South America, on the basis of African knowledge.
Okay.
Oh, they got the different cities. Tanger, interesting. Nice city of Tanger. Sita. Vita Cervinia. Alger. Algeria. Tunisia. Oh, it's a little fort here. Then it's a lake and another fort, and then it goes to the town, which is kind of cool. Alexandria, we know about Alexandria. Alca, Alkir, I don't know. Mozambique. And Canaria. So if Mozambique had a ship, a seaport, back in the 1500s, then I don't know. Maybe Africa wasn't as uncivilized as they want to say. Okay. Another interesting map here. 1698, apparently. 1695 is. Oh, it's originally published 1674. But you can see Louisiana has taken over the middle. Originally, we showed that this whole area was Florida. You still have Virginia, Maryland. I'm wondering if Virginia is an original name here. It was a sound that they could repeat, and so they called it Virginia. You have to look up the etymology of Virginia, see if you can trace it back. Caroline as well. But we've seen in a recent that the Mosquitoes lived here, and they were the best fishermen they had ever seen. Interesting. Espanola. Spain. I wonder if these boys still, Spain had took them on over. In the original map, they said the people of this area, Zapote, and some other tribes were having very heated debates. Rather than Tara Amaris Tapones, Nueve Mexico. Nueve Mexico. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm too far in Mexico. Wait a minute. It's way up in here. So Nueve Mexico. Is this why they giving the land back to them? Because Nueve Mexico way up here. Wow. Apaches de Chile. Apaches de Navajo. So de Loref. Soy. I mean, why they told us all these people got wiped out? Now I know that's a lie. Remember in school they told us the Indians got wiped out. It can't, no way. Too many. del Norte, Nueva Vizcaya, Zacatecas, Mosquitoes, all this in there. Is that why they're letting these people back in the country, giving them their land back? Florida's the brown race. Black people here. Now, they done got mixed with French. That's why you got the, what they call that? I forgot the little Louisiana, little French, black French people. But interesting. Cisternos or Nation de Flu. What is that? I gotta translate that. Or Nation of the River. So Illinois area had a Nation of the River people there. So I gotta break down. I know Florida is its own people. I'm convinced of that. And I mean, then you got the Mexicans. Then you got this. Yeah, you can get these on raremaps.com, but I want to translate this too. Translate it here. Translate. The jump of Niagara is Stone Shoot Lake water area in the Lake Ontario, Diane. Is that what it says? Search. The jump of Niagara. Erie in the lake. Okay. Oh, I guess they just naming all that down there. Alright. Kodoki. Okay, Nouvelle. This is France got up in here. What does this say? I'm like translate all these little writings. The Candlemas. Bread and mouth of the Mississippi discovered in day by day. That's 1583. Or is that 583? Probably supposed to be 1583. Let me redo it. Let's see what it's in now. Translate, buddy. De la Chandelure. Bread and mouth of Mississippi 683 by the side. Whatever. Vol Mesiki. What does that say? Didn't I already do that? The inhabitants of the Riviera environs are in a constant dispute with the Spanish. Uh-oh. That's another little proof of this being our land right here. Riviera environs are in constant dispute with the Spaniards. See that, man? There's another thing. The inhabitants of the Riviera environs are in a constant dispute with the Spaniards. So this is our people land. This is on the other side of it's Mexico and Oklahoma State and Albuquerque, New Mexico, all these states, right? Texas. That look like what that is. Now I want to see this. Look at all this text on here. They spirit. Okay. Look it up. Nothing too interesting. Gulf de Mexico. Let me see. It's gonna be some interesting information down here that you missing. Here's his name. Indio de Guerra. It's got the names there. Casa de Portocalo. All the Spain. Let me see, I'm looking for some writing that may tell us a little story here. La Nublada. Nublida. My father calls it